Hi everyone. On today's series, we have our founder and Chief Strategy Officer, Zeo, with us.
Hello everyone. Happy to be here.
Yes, thank you so much for taking the time to be here. Well, here at Avenue Code, we strongly believe in the Agile methodology, and our clients benefit greatly from it. So today we'll ask Zeo a couple questions about what Agile is and how it works. So let's get started. First off, what is Agile?
So it is a business process. Usually the technology group brings it into an organization, but it really gets there to enable the business to do better and get faster return on their investments. So the best way to define Agile, it is an iterative delivery of business values.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's perfectly said. So further on that, what is required for a successful Agile transformation?
So I'm going to assume that you're asking about within a larger technology organization. So one of the most important things that when we go into to transition an organization into Agile from old methods, we want to make sure that the executives, it's a top-down approach, the executive, the C-levels, and the management are embracing Agile. Reason being is it will literally redefine the way that they think about business, they think how to fund projects, they think about timelines, and more importantly, the roles and responsibility within the organization. So they have to embrace Agile to see the transformation through. The other thing is we usually find a group that is more innovative in the way that they do software development, and we start with that. We have to embrace the fact that Agile will probably exist within the organization and have to work with non-Agile group for a while until everyone starts to embrace it. Show return on investment and low-hanging fruit success stories fast so the rest of the organization can see the power of Agile, and some patience and see it unfolding through. Usually, whenever we succeed and at the end of the transformations, everybody loves it, everybody embraces Agile, and everybody feels that they're working faster, more efficient, and it's a happy place to work.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would definitely agree with that because it works so well at Avenue Code. So lastly, what can you tell us the very big benefits are of Agile?
Benefits. So instead of answering this question, I would like to draw something on the board. This is the Pareto principles, which as statistical exercise we've taken data collected from 2,000 software development projects, and here's what we found. Assume that there's a project with 100 features at the get-go. That is expected to return $100 of business value. We found out that 20 of these features usually contribute to 60% of the required or desired business values. Another 20 contributes to 30% of the required business value. And 60 features, more than half of the features that we thought of earlier on, contribute 10% of the business value. If you think this is weird to understand, just think of Microsoft Word. Think of how many features that Microsoft Word ships with, and how many features do we actually get to use. Believe it or not, we use less than 7% of the features that it ships with. However, Microsoft is a commodity software development company, and they can afford to overbuild because they have millions of users. But in an enterprise app setting, we only develop software for one client, which is our company. Mm-hmm. So we cannot afford to overbuild. We cannot afford to spend so much money on more than half of the features that are almost useless. So why is it that the business didn't think of that early on? Simply because in most cases, it's impossible to find out which features give you the best return and which not. They're all weighed equally within the business. And the only process that helps us filter out those high-value features is Agile. By the iterative delivery, we see how the market responds to it. We can modify our thinking. We can change the priority of the features as we go on and make sure that once we feel that we're getting the majority of the business value, we stop the project and move on and save money. You know, it used to be that in the old methods, a success of a project is measured on delivering on time and on budget. Mm-hmm. That is failure in an Agile setting. Our promise, if Agile was implemented correctly, is to deliver projects half of the time and half of the budget. And that is the true promise of Agile software development if implemented correctly.
Wow. Well, that is just awesome information we just heard. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to sit with us today.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And don't forget to check out the links in the description below for some more information. And stay tuned for the next show next Friday.